Hello, this is Epic Evan 74. What the fuck? Yeah, welcome to the 2025 year review. I'm gonna try something a bit different here, and I have no idea how this is gonna go, or if I'm gonna find this awkward or regret it or anything, but we're gonna be face to face for this one. Okay. Maybe let me know your thoughts on this kind of approach on the year review in the comments, but we're gonna try it out this time. Okay. Usually I got some gameplay in the background, and it's just that the entire time. This time we're gonna be face to face for this. And we're gonna go over 2025, the year review. Let's see, was it like the worst year of all time? Alright, coming out the gates with January. This is why, like, off rip, I thought this was like the worst year ever. And I'd still have like thoughts about it, because it started really horribly. It couldn't have been any worse. I think I mentioned it in the 2020 year review. Like, you know, the accident I had, that whole thing, you know, it was good time. So there's that. Leading into 2025, got no mobility, no means to like get anywhere on my own, and then UPS lets me go because turns out I wasn't actually there indefinitely like I thought I was. You needed 30 working days to be part of a union there, and even though I've been there since October before, turns out they paused that. Yeah, they kind of paused that. So October 15th, like the exact date that I started working there, they paused the union stuff, and I wasn't actually in the union. So getting let go there was kind of devastating. That shit, I felt heartbreaking. Like, bro, I wasn't expecting it either. Like, I really thought it was fine, and I even tried to defend it, like, oh no, I should be a part of the union. You can't let me go. Little did I know, like, bro, so I was sad, and then I got let go. I don't know the exact date, but it doesn't matter. It was like very early on. Peak season was over, they didn't need me anymore. I understand, so whatever, so I got released, and I was officially unemployed. Now, I could go desperately crawling back to shop, right? Or start a new career, a quick check for a bit. But here I was thinking, like, it's not going to take that long. It's not going to be, you know, it shouldn't take several months till I get back in there. Like, maybe I get back in there next month, whatever. It took a while. It took a lot longer than I thought or expected, I'm not going to lie. But, yeah, this was my unemployment era, where now I was just doing nothing. As if I already don't do that much. Like, I was genuinely doing nothing. So, just living rent free. But that's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, just watching YouTube for hours, gaming for hours, nothing really important. And most of these days are kind of just gonna go by, feel wasted, etc. I got so much time for everything, in fact, to do literally anything, that I got the time to be mad and stressed about DVD games for no reason. Which is why January 10th, I ended up destroying the game on my old Mac. And I didn't even mean to, but it kind of just happened. And it was really silly how I crashed out over my Mac in the first place. But it taught me a good lesson there to just never take games that seriously again, especially like Dead by Daylight. It was a great lesson for not taking shit super seriously and not getting super attached to and being mad about how things go, because and this is how it started. It looked like that at first. Like, I got mad at whatever match happened. I was playing Myers. I got destroyed. Everyone escaped. And everyone, like, I just, like, smacked the outside of the cover. And then next time I lifted the lid up, like, it was that cracked. Which is kind of crazy. But, like, it just deteriorated over time. I haven't checked it in a while. You know what? Let's do a fun thing here. Alright, so I just so happened to actually have this charged. We're gonna take a peek. We're gonna see. Oh my god. Yeah, no, it's more or less the same, actually. It's not. You know, it's not that bad, guys. It's really not that bad. Okay. I was trying to see if it's just any worse off than before, but it's just not. It hasn't gotten any worse, but that's how bad it got. Over time, it got to a point where I had to start using my mom and dad's TV to see what I'm doing. But this was over the course of months, so it was whatever. That's kind of about it for January, other than this one other day. We didn't get like an insane snow day. We didn't have that many insane snow days at all. I don't think. We just had one good day where it was flurrying, so I was over at my girlfriend's and we just decided to have a little dance in the snow because we thought it'd be cute. She's always wanted a snow dance and we didn't have an opportunity, so that was like the best we could get, and we were just like, alright, sure. Boo! Here to hit you with the future me jump scare. I'm here to edit away or fix mistakes I make, because I'm only human after all. This first bit isn't actually so much a mistake, I just wanted to add in. Girlfriend wanted me to include her grandma's death here. This was a funeral I attended on her side of the family. She wanted me to include this, so I will. She lost her grandma at this point in time, and she wanted me to say how thankful she was that I took her to her grandma's house one more time this year while she was still alive, and then how grateful she was I was able to help. Like, I had the time, and I went there with them to attend the funeral and like see her. But yeah, just that snippet segment there. There's gonna be a couple of bits I trim and rework. And now February the 3rd began the legendary Zyker SMP era. Get down, Mr. President! So this was a massive era that went on for so long, and it had seasons to it. Like, this shit had layers, bro. I don't even know where to begin explaining this. This was a long period of life, and it like reignited my love for Minecraft and playing Minecraft and keeping it with me. Like, last time I played some Minecraft was 2022, I think. Outside of Egg Wars and stuff, because I always play that regularly. Like, every couple weeks, maybe months, but I always come back to that. But playing, like, vanilla Minecraft, survival, all this, I hadn't touched that since 2022. And I was finally doing that again, thanks to the Zycro era. So Zycro is my boy Zoe, you know, little funny bomb guy, and Zycro was his fake alias name that he decided to create, and he made a Discord server where you could join a link on his TikTok and you join the Zycro SMP. We didn't know how this was gonna go, so the first season, which was the very first creation of the SMP, was a test per se of how exactly things were gonna go. Like, how we were gonna manage the server, I guess, shit like that, whatever. It was just a test run, and like, everything was cheated. Everything we did in the world was cheated. It was insanely cheap. But like, it was a good start. It opened up the way to season 2 and 3, which were significantly better, and we have this insane clip that I'll show. We ended off season 1 with this clip here of the most epic 1v1 I've ever seen. They didn't have all the hearts I did here, but this kid was kind of important for a while. I don't remember his name. It'll come back to me, or I just put it in like post editing. Him and Sully had an epic 1v1 to end the server, and Bro managed to win. He lost all of his armor and still somehow won with 1 heart left, or half a heart left. It was pretty epic. And of course, we didn't do this either. It started raining mid-fight, because of course, it was that dramatic. Of course, yeah. Yeah, the Zycro era was fun. I'll keep talking about it as we go on. But yeah, it was good to see my Minecraft passion coming back after 3 long years of not, like, actually playing vanilla Minecraft. And it was great, too, because, like, you know, I don't get mad playing Minecraft. It's just a very chill experience, you know. Just if DBD's giving me a hard time, just go over on Minecraft. And even without a car or job or some sort of money, I was still taking my girlfriend out on dates somehow. I don't know how I was doing this. I don't know how I was living. Bro, unemployed people getting money out of thin air. Confirmed real. Alright, now we move on to March. March was my first real exposure to Phasmophobia. I remember now the whole reason back in 2023 I got a new gen console was, aside from upgrading the experience of playing games, it was also because I wanted to see this Phasmophobia game. I was already interested, like, from the get-go, and play it myself. And I didn't even watch Mark's video or anyone's video playing the game at the time. You know, later I did, but, like, still had no idea about what exactly Phasmophobia was outside of just a ghost hunting game. And this shit got me hooked. But I wasn't quite hooked yet. That was my first real exposure, my first real games. And we have this brilliant clip here of destroying Mr. Duckies on like our 2nd or 3rd ever game playing it and whatever.
What you doing with that mirror? You dumb fuck. You son of a bitch! You...
Oh, yeah, we're still playing Dead by Daylight, blah blah blah.
You don't know the timing? You know the timing!
Yeah.
God damn it!
There's really not much to say, because it's just like, most of my days were just nothing. Burgers. Longest days ever, they were just not, yeah. It felt like the longest days ever, even though, when you look back, they were so short. When you look back, it's so easy to say anything was short, or oh, it wasn't that bad. But like, I know those were just long days of not doing much. But March 15th, I drove nearly an hour with my parents all the way out to City Hook to watch seals for like 15-20 minutes. It was worth it. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that one. I was digging in my photos for that because I had a brief memory like, didn't we go see seals at the start of the year? And that was it right there. We drove like almost an hour away to go watch some seals on the beach, bro. It was actually kind of nice. And then we went and explored some of the buildings nearby, because there were like really old ass buildings that are still there for some reason. I don't remember their significance, but it doesn't matter. Made my birthday count, because even though I wasn't employed and making money, the last 2 years they weren't quite the same. Didn't do much at all. Like, they weren't bad, per se, I just felt like they were too boring, which is also not a bad thing, but bro, I just wanted to actually feel like it was a birthday again, because when I turned 18, I went out to a diner with my mom and dad, and that was all we did. And it was like, oh, you're an adult now. When I turned 19, it was the same thing, but instead of my parents, it was just my girlfriend. And it's like, whoa, you're 18 now, whoa, and that was it. I just wanted to have some fun. So I pulled some money out, the thin air, invited friends over, paid for all of them, and had my 20th birthday party over at Yestercades, and it was really fucking awesome. I got to see some of the peeps I haven't seen since last year, and we all had a great time playing. So it was awesome. I'm really glad that I went and did that. I'm gonna do some fun like that again this year, since I will be 20. I will be 21. Oh, and as a fun surprise, my mom got me another Minecraft 360 disc, because the old one wasn't working at all. So I was able to actually go back and revisit some old worlds, some that I wanted to really revisit, like the Creeper Land and New World 2, my siblings know, and some other random ones that I forgot about even existed, where I just did whatever on. Like, I had some worlds where I just built You get so much time as a kid. Like, it's kind of crazy. I rebuilt Baldi's Basics map, Granny 1 and 2, and some other mobile game thing I didn't recognize. And also Roblox Flee the Facility, all in a single Minecraft world. And then I even had the passion, made like a mini Fortnite map with a bunch of lava buckets above that go off over time to simulate a storm. Like, bro, I had so much free time and building shit back then. I was really passionate about it, and I didn't even remember all of it. Like, it's so weird. I'm gonna have an existential moment. Looking back at older me, which is actually younger me, but I don't know why we say that. Looking back at younger me stuff, it feels like a lifetime ago. Like, even shit when I was 16 or 17, and I was still going to school, it feels like such a lifetime ago. It's so weird how long it was, especially anything older than that, because I don't remember much of it either, which is why I do these year reviews, like, to accurately remember shit. But yeah, March was good. March was decent. We got our first real exposure of Faz. We had a solid birthday. We saw some seals and revisited Minecraft worlds from another lifetime. Pretty great. Very good stuff. And April arrived, and wow, it was like 9+ months ago already. The whole Minecraft movie stuff. That's what I wanted to do for my dad's birthday. Surprise. I bought his ticket, but my siblings got their own. We all went, and we took a girlfriend as well. We watched the Minecraft movie for my dad's birthday. He didn't understand what was going on, but it's okay. At least he had fun with it. That was the important bit. And then these dragon plushies finally arrived that I got in like November last year. Landon Burns, my birthday gifts. One of my birthday gifts that I got at the Estercades. Pretty solid stuff. Alright. And then I think this is where my Phasmo hype really started to skyrocket. Phasmo became my #1 hyperfixation, thanks to Ducky's taunting me and telling me how bad I was, even though I literally just started playing the game. I guess I really took that too seriously. You tell an unemployed person with all the time on their hands that they're bad at something, and then that's their new skill. That's their new lifestyle routine that they just study religiously. And I was prestiging quick, guessing ghosts right off their powers, getting good at the game quick. I was getting so good so quick. I beat, I think, Nightmare and Insanity on my first try, which felt amazing, and I just guessed it off of the Ghost's powers. And then I was able to beat Apocalypse after some time. It wasn't April, but it was sometime, not too long after I started playing the game, being really obsessed with it. I was beating Apocalypse Legend. That shit was epic. May comes around, and on the 9th, I finally got my spot back at UPS. I got a call, and sometime, a day or two after that, I was able to go back in the building. It was kind of awkward timing because on the 14th we took off for Europe. We got a bunch of good photos and videos for all that, and I don't know how to do this, so here's a quick montage session. Montage. A note from the Pompeii tour guide. Original, fake. Original, fake. We just take a parachute or like the Fat Man cake glider and shoot. And after we came back from Europe, it was around this time too, Minecraft shaders came out. I was mentioning that because that made a inner child of mine happy as hell. Like, that was giving me so much serotonin. It was a pretty good month. We're employed again. We're no longer unemployed, and we're making money once more. And we're doing something with our time. Hooray! Oh, June. Well, alright. Some happened. Oh, yeah. Well, I won't mention what, but a thing happened where... Okay, a thing happened, and it was really stupid and dumb, and shouldn't have happened. But I guess it happened, and, like, now it still kind of hurts our relationship to this day. Well, not hurts it, I guess, but it affects it, and it's kind of annoying. But... I'm just gonna brush past that and move on to this guy called Parrot. And my homie Zoe, as we're playing Zycross SMP and stuff, introduced me to him. It was more of a trade-off session. He was like, I'll watch this thing you sent me if you watch this thing you sent me. Spoiler alert, he never watched the video. But I was watching Parrot, and it was a bit slow at first, but I kind of got entwined in it. And I've watched the series all the way up to its current point. Except right now I'm actually a couple episodes behind. We're at the Mafia funeral thingy. And then me and the homie went and binged the Squid Game finale. No girlfriend, unfortunately. She was out in the Ocracoke thing. Ocracoke. Oh yeah, and then the 8th was a fun day. Guess what happened on the 8th? I got another fucking car. Alright, so I was on First Ave. This is a really tricky spot that admittedly I should have been more patient with. And should have let the long line of cars go first so that I can have better visibility. Because even when I was creeping up through them, I left and right, left and right, left and right. I looked back and forth so many times, didn't see anyone. I'm guessing the cop was at the low dip below the bridge at that point, and I just didn't see him. And then as soon as I pressed the gas, instantly ran into his side. But thankfully, at least, it was a cop, not another person. That would fucking kill me. Another person would sue me into the ground, but it was a cop. Cop cars get replaced really easily. And now we just had to say goodbye to the old Mazda as it got towed away shortly after. It had a good run. It's been with us there since like 2016, I think, but the old rust bucket had to go, and now is a bad time. But yeah, I mean, hey, at least it wasn't a situation where I was too tired and I passed out driving again. I'm tired nonetheless, but like, it was just a skill issue on my part, and because of me, now you can't even go left or straight on that road, you can only go right, which is fair enough. The car is gone for good. I don't really have anything else for June, I don't think. That's how blurry the days are. They just blur together. So let me take a moment to continue the Zycro lore. Season 2 came out for a short bit, and this was around the, like, first discovering Faz era. We had new members joining, and me and Zoe wanted to be menaces, so we went under We didn't even have a name yet. Oh, that was season 3. So for season 2, we're just pulling up to people's bases, people that we think deserved it the most, and we just raided the shit out of them because it was pretty fun. The raiding did bring a bit of death and destruction. R.I.P. Tubby the Second. He will forever be missed. But like before I even got to do much else with season 2, I had big plans going into it, and then the server got reset. Well, it's not like we reset the server often, it's just because the community voted on it. The only thing is the community is a bunch of shitheads, and I hate kids. You see, like every week or two, they just like tell us en masse to reset the server. Bro, why would we do this like every single time? So the point is just grind the game, kill the dragon, and then reset. Like, who plays Minecraft like that constantly? That's not fun. That's not fun, just constantly resetting. You need a forever world, but these kids weren't quite like that, I guess. They couldn't handle the thought of a forever world. They couldn't handle the thought of playing Minecraft without an Ender Dragon, which is real life, by the way, in a nutshell, but, you know, you're not ready for that combo. So, by popular demand, is the one and only time we listened, we went into Season 3 of the Zycro SMP, which I made a video about, actually, and it was a more meme video because I thought it'd be funny to edit. And it was just the humble beginnings of Season 3. They weren't very humble, they were more humbling, because I had a shitty speedrun and I couldn't get back up on my feet. And by the time I finally did, I just managed to die again as soon as I found a fortress. But Season 3 is continuing throughout June and July. Season 3 was the longest running season. It was also our last one. We went under an alias. We went under a secret name called Nepo, which stands for negative positive. And this was just like inspired by the Mafia from the Parrot series, because we just go invisible and people don't know who's destroying their bases. No one had a clue until like people really far away were getting targeted. Then people had suspicions it was Zoe at the least, because, you know. And some makes sense, bro wasn't the greatest at hiding his tracks, I will not lie. Listen, when you're not online, and especially not at the same time someone else is online and they're really far away, and they went far away when you weren't online, and now they're offline while you're on the game, all of a sudden finding their base looks pretty sus. And especially if you hopped on for like 2 seconds and they're gone, like they figured out, yeah, there's a bit of /TP involved. Now I can't actually speak for bro, I'm not inside his head, I don't know if he actually did use /TP a couple times, but to be honest, I think he genuinely might have a few times. But nonetheless, it doesn't really matter. This was just like the peak of Zycro SMP. Pretty fun shit. We just go and destroy people's bases that deserved it. And it told a compelling story too, because there were like rebellions forming. There was some fun lore, bro. There was some genuinely fun Minecraft lore. There were like teams forming. I think they were called the Raiders, actually. I don't know. They might have been called the Raiders. And after their base got raided by Nepo, they were like underground in some other spot, and then they were talking about how they want to exact revenge on Nepo. And then they took the Nepo banner and threw it in a bit of fire that they just made. It was pretty, like, it was a pretty good story. And like, Nepo was just adding lore to it. But I'll just cut to the end too, because it is around August or September-ish? I don't know. It's somewhere around there. And this is a bit of back and forth. But it is around that time that it did come to an end. We revealed ourselves as Nepo in a big announcement thing. And then we got raided shortly after. Kind of got destroyed by this one guy who, like, didn't matter at all before. Mara had his main character moment. Like, we didn't even know his name. Anyone barely knew his name, and then he kills Nepo and raids them. Like, solid. Yo, bro got the spotlight for a bit. Good job. And then that wrapped up the end to Zycro SMP. No one was really playing the realm anymore, and then we were gonna move on to bigger and better things. So, yeah, you know, just leave me be. And that's the end of the Zycro thing. That was a very fun ride, I won't lie. That was like one of the highlights up there in 2025. But bouncing back to July for a bit, on the 18th, I got my veneers, and it was kind of a scary thing that happened. Because also in July, I was being a good brother, as I am, being a free Uber driver for my sister, because she's almost like, she's about a month away from getting a driver's test, and she doesn't have a car of her own yet. So exciting news for her. She's going to be able to drive and have her own car, which is very good, but she had to work for it. She had to work like 2 months of the summer or something. Yeah, I think it's safe to say about like 2 months or less. And he's like, I think it's safe to say like 2 or less months. And I'm driving my sister around to help her with her summer job. She just had to watch over these girls. They were cute and stuff. They were fun, kind of, mostly. Alright. This was her job. She was doing blah blah blah. That in itself was a fun ride of my own, but I'm not gonna mention too much of it. It was just driving them to places, keep them active, out of the house, kids being kids kind of stuff. Well, there was that one day where it wasn't the 18th actually, but it was a couple days back, a few days before that. We just came home and my dog decides that he has chosen violence today. Yeah, you heard me, Roscoe. He chose violence. So we came in the side door, and as we always do, I was gonna take my shoes off. Roscoe came out. Roscoe came down the stairs, ran outside for a bit. I go bend over, take off my shoes. This guy goes for the small opening in my legs. He runs under my legs and then jumps up, and his skull bashes me in the fucking tooth. Yo, I'm outing you, Roscoe. Shut up. This motherfucker bashed his head in mine and cracked my tooth. And his skull was bleeding for a bit, but he was okay. Roscoe was fine. I was not fine. That chest was hurting for a while. Can you shut up? And it was something I couldn't ignore, obviously, so no, I had to go in and get that fixed. And at first, the doctors, dentists, were saying they were going to have to replace the entire row of teeth. I don't remember exactly why, but thankfully they didn't need to. And I just wanted the only 2 that I needed. So, these 2 teeth, I don't know if you could tell. They're not real. Yeah, fun thing about veneers, I don't know if you know. They shave off your entire fucking tooth. Yeah, that's right. They shave off your entire goddamn tooth, and then they put a new one in there. Now, it didn't hurt, obviously, but it's never felt more, like, kind of horrifying, because I had the thought in the back of my mind the entire time as I felt them, like, they're shaving off my teeth, and I will never have my real teeth ever again. And then they let me see it. I don't know why they let me see it, but they let me see it. They gave me a mirror. I look in there, it's like, here's my bare teeth. It's right fucking there. This is what your teeth look like. Motherfuck. This is what it made you. Oh my god. But I got my new veneers in. I got used to them in a couple weeks. They're still holding up good because they're done for professionals and not some scammers that want to make your teeth look good for like $500 and then they fall out in a week. And then we had the girlfriend birthday. Oh yeah, that's back on the 15th. So it was like, that was before I lost my teeth, technically. That was before Roscoe was a dick, but yeah, I think I went to her house. Oh yeah, you know what I did? I made her a drawing, which was nice. And then no one wanted to celebrate her birthday at all because her family kind of sucks. And so I took her to ShopRite and we got her a slice of red velvet cake, and we just like spent the night together, just chilling. All kind of. I went home eventually, but like we were just chilling, and I was letting her have her cake and stuff, like just trying to make the most out of what little we had there because I didn't have a lot of time. Yeah, now moving on to August. This is like the end of my sister's stuff going on. But when one door closes, another one opens. Now instead of the girls, I only needed to do it for a couple weeks because it turns out her test wasn't actually coming up right away. It was a bit longer, but a couple more weeks and she'd be able to take her test and drive around her own son. Imagine if she failed. Oh my god. There is a universe out there where this poor girl fails her test and still has to rely on someone to get places. Oh, because I wouldn't be able to drive her. Peak season was about to come around. Peak season for UPS, yes. she'd be screwed. But yeah, it was just a short adventure. It was kind of nice. I just like drive my sister to and from Rutgers. I got to see campus a bit again and be like, oh yeah, this is nice. Because I went there a couple times before to see Red. But now I was doing it to see, like, drop off my sister and stuff. And she's made some new friends there. I hope she's living on campus. She's not on campus, right? But like, I hope life's going well over there, you know. She's got new friends, that's important, that's good. And then on my last day driving her to and from school, we got some ice cream, which was nice. Yeah, we had a little ice cream date there, and that was it. Now my sister was able to drive herself. I felt pretty epic. I was like, I don't know how exactly to describe what I was feeling, but I was like, damn. Like, I'm not a parent, right? I'm her older brother, but I'm still looking, I'm like, damn. Now she can drive herself. Now she got a part-time job, which is like babysitting stuff, but now she got a job, she making her own money, and she can drive herself. Like, good shit, girl.
No! You're not getting walkies!
Good shit. On the 13th of August, my new Mac arrived, which is what I've been recording on this whole time. Feels amazing to have a better Mac now, because that old Mac was great and all, but I've had it since 2019 and now it's deteriorating. Like, you've seen the screen now. That's what we've evolved to. It's gotten so bad. So we're here with the new one, and it's also felt really nice to have a battery that lasts for sometimes weeks and before it needs to be charged, instead of a battery that dies in the span of 1 to 2 hours. But that was about it there. There's also Roscoe's birthday, as always. I'm happy he's still with us. Probably turned like 9 or 10. I'm blue screening a bit on the years, but we gave him a good birthday. And then on the 28th, my mom got free tickets to a football game. And since no one else was going to take these tickets, she was like, hey, you guys want to go out? I was like, okay, sure. And we went out to a free, like, Rutgers football game. It was kind of cool. I was just like, the parts before that we were out on the field and we saw just shit. I don't know. September.
Get his ass.
Be quiet!
Get him!
You
Get
gotta
him!
get in front of him!
He's escaping!
We caught a wild frog.
Hi, buddy. From Mr. Duckies.
Oh! I'm redoing September because apparently I forgot. You big old dumb stupid. I forgot that in September I took me, my girlfriend, Spirit, and Zoe, and we all watched Infinity Castle. Now, I haven't watched Demon Slayer, so I have no idea what the fuck is going on. But everyone else did, or does, or blah blah blah, so I just wanted like an opportunity to go watch a movie with them. And it's a pretty banger fucking movie. It didn't have, the theme song that got me hooked in the first place in the movie, but perfectly fine because everything else I saw made up for it. I was lost, I had no idea what was going on because I haven't watched Demon Slayer, but it was a really banger movie. It was a really fun time to watch with them and, spend some time. And that's really what I was just doing it for. Because, again, I haven't watched Demon Slayer, but, got 3 years to catch up on the show, I guess, and, actually watch it so I understand the next movie coming out. I don't know. But, yeah, and then there's, one other day. It was just a random date day. I haven't mentioned, because probably it's the first time I actually showed my girlfriend the little, lake or river behind, Duke Island Park is. They changed the name or whatever, but, on the other side of the playground, there's double-story building thing. They got the bathrooms and stuff up there, but if you go behind it, you can, look out in the water and see a bunch of big fish, really giant turtle that's sometimes there. A whole family of turtles on the log. A whole ecosystem going on, and I think I have the date mentioned there because that's probably the first time I showed my girlfriend all that stuff because she was curious, and I was like, oh yeah, that's where I was showing Ronnie and Roxy and the girls from Joanna's babysitting thing. She was curious herself, so that's probably why I mentioned it. And then I think we played Roblox or some shit after to end the day.
It's hard to film, but
On the second, we got rid of the trampoline. It's Still not quite the same not seeing it there, but it makes sense because no one was using it at all. No one at the time, no one really cared. And it was deteriorating more and more. Like, it just always was ripping, it was always getting bad. Like, the protective thing on the outside was always ripping away. Like, we had that trampoline for so long. I don't remember how little I was, but we were so little. I remember playing like Dead Man Come Alive a lot with my siblings out on that trampoline, and now it was gone. Now it's gone. I have to say I was at least like 8, 9, maybe 10 when we first had that, and it was the coolest thing ever. But then like it was a couple years later, and then like no one was going on it anymore, so it only made sense to get rid of it, I guess. And then on the 27th, I revived my Batman arc. I'm not exactly sure how, but like, I guess it was all because it went on sale. The Batman Arkham series went on sale for only like 10 or 20 bucks. I was like, yo, fuck yeah, that's worth it. So I was able to revisit them. I never played Asylum still yet, but maybe this year I will. I got Arkham City, I was able to see that again. And then I was able to Prestige too. 240% completion. I'd never done that before. Half a decade later, and I was finally able to do that because of this bundle thing. So I think that's what really kicked off / like revived my Batman arc, because now I still consistently play. I was especially grinding throughout the last couple months of this year. Arkham Knight, Arkham Origins, started a bit of Arkham City again. Yeah, it's been really great. I'm gonna try to speedrun a bit through the ending now, because I had 2 more weeks of peak with my dad that I didn't see coming, and this already feels late. It's not later than other years, but I'm just gonna speedrun through. Alright, so October. I think the only notable thing was the Halloween fail.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Me and my girlfriend did dress up, but my suit was kinda ass. Oh, hers was pretty fucking fine though, I will say. And we had a sleepover on Halloween, that was cool too. Our mom kinda ruined it, but I'm not gonna harp on that. November started the peak season. It's like midway through November it began. Me and my dad started going out. We got a little selfie here. Look at us, yeah, ready to work hard and grind. I'd be coming in at like 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. on average. Be doing 9-hour shifts in the building, and then I'd come home and then do another like 5-6 hours, sometimes 4, depending on the load with my dad. Just be long days every day, but honestly I think it was a pretty fitting way to end off 2025. Just for me at least, because of how slow it started and how I did like nothing at all really at the start of the year. I felt like some kind of closure to me. It felt like a good way to close out the year. And then when Thanksgiving came around, that was very nice. Nothing went wrong, which is weird for me to say probably to anyone else, but like every year holidays get ruined, so it's nice to have years where holidays don't get ruined. And Thanksgiving was one of them. Mom made some amazing food. We all had a great time, played cards and stuff. Very good day overall there. And then December, ending us off, we just kept grinding, kept doing peak season stuff all the way up till Christmas, but you know, usually that's where it ends, but no, we still had a bit more after that. Like 2 weeks into this year, 2026 here, I was still going with my dad, but I'm free. This video I feel is gonna be late, but it's, compared to the rest of them, it's not that bad, honestly. And when Christmas came around, oh really,
Dass ich Cola trinken darf! Wie cool ist das bitte? Eine Cola!
we just kept working our way through peak, and then when Christmas came around, I got a bunch of cool things. My sister got me a hoodie that's like 3 times my size. My mom got me a fuzzy hoodie that feels really warm and nice to wear. And I got some cool car keys, supplies. I didn't ask for anything, but I got stuff still. It makes me feel more bad. I had nothing to give or deliver, but you know, that's what it is, I guess. Because I don't want to give just random crap. I want to give stuff that people would actually care about and would be like really happy to get. Like, oh my god, Evan, you got me this, oh my god. Like, I don't want it to just be a random pair of pajamas when, you know, mom, I say, already has like 1,500 pairs of pajamas because of the other years. Like, I just couldn't figure it out this year, sadly. But then, yeah, on the 28th, and then on the 28th, we had our anniversary. This is our last year going to the mall and recreating that whole thing. We kind of wanted to change it this year, I think, but we didn't have any ideas already, so we had a separate idea, and we just used that. So I went to the mall in costume. Cosplay, I should say, I suppose. I felt like everyone was going to be watching us at first. I was going to be really embarrassed. Meanwhile, my girl is here with like this much exposed, and she was more than happy to kill. We didn't get as much odds as I was thinking, so. I had a fun time at the mall being Lloyd in New York, and then we went back home. We got some pictures, I got some back scratches. And then before I took her back, she showed me this house. I didn't get to show my family, sadly, but maybe this year, this 2026 year, hopefully. She showed me this house that has like a bajillion different Christmas characters set up all over their lawn, their roof, everywhere. And they have a radio station where they're playing like custom Christmas music. It was really cool, and I hope it's there again next year because I actually want to show my family. Yeah, but then we're just waiting around for the ball to drop, watch it drop, think, damn, imagine if we go 1 year, and then immediately think like, nah, never mind. I want to go cheers, we give each other hugs, yeah. And that's New Year's. That's about it for this new year. Let me take a moment to, I guess, mention some other, like, stuff that kind of challenged me, things I was challenging myself in. Or maybe is like things I'm still grateful for. Mentioned, I don't know. I got my girlfriend with me for 3 years. I got some of my best friends with me of much longer. I still got the boys. I still got my middle school friends. I challenged myself this year trying to like consistently do my own at-home workouts, no gym required. Thanks to Yellow Dude, I've been doing it since like May, but I had to pause it. I paused it in November actually with peak season, but I wasn't really the most consistent with it, and I think my form was ass. So this year, that's what I'm trying to improve. I think I'm already doing better. I can actually feel the challenge of the workouts I'm doing instead of like falling asleep doing them. So there was definitely something wrong there before, and hope to get a stronger body, get a more of a beach body going before it's too late. Before it comes around and I have nothing to show for it. I like to feel good, right? It doesn't just make me feel good. It makes me feel strong. Because, ego, good boost. And yeah, that's something I want to keep doing in 2026. I want to get back into actual, some passionate content creation. They weren't horrible, but I feel like the last 2 years, 2024, 2025, were kind of sucky and lackluster in terms of content. And I've been, really slacking with it. I had kind of an excuse when my Mac was so broken and busted. It had, an hour worth of battery life, and I couldn't see what I was doing unless I paired it to my mom's TV. But, other than that, before then, not much excuse. And now that I got a better Mac, I've been feeling good this week. I've been doing stuff. I want to keep doing stuff. I want that passion to come back. I want to do some grinding here, But yeah, I think that's about it for 2026. Play Batman Arkham Knight or something.
I need to deactivate the bomb.
And have a great year.